Post the tweet. We don't care. It's fine.
Is it up?
It says status is a duplicate. Your stream has started, but there was issues with other actions. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Hi, guys. We're back. Good God. My computer does not like me. Hi, guys. We're back. Good God.
Fair.
Let me delete the first one. Delete. Delete. Boom. Okay, we should be good now. Don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. Matt, are we in relevant?
Hold on, I gotta reset.
Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, again, we had some technical difficulties. We are streaming multiple places now, so I don't know if that's why. We are in the AFC South Fan Battle group on the AFC South Fan Battle podcast page, on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube. If you guys have YouTube, please go subscribe to us on there. Yeah. So I think because we're going so many places now, my computer was like, not happening. But we're here. We're live. We're back. Back in action. It's training camp week. If you guys have anything to say, any questions, any topics, make sure to hit up the chat. Questions will be coming through. You can see them on the live. And of course, as always, this episode will be edited and will be available on all major podcast platforms on Wednesday. So, with that being said, are we good to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead and go.
Do it. Let's go. Do it.
Scott, how do I pronounce your last name? Barbie?
Barbine.
Barbine.
Barbine. What are you, French?
Pardon my French, but yes, my grandmother is Belgian, so.
Wait, hold on. Wait, time out. You went from crepes to waffles. You can't do that.
It's the same thing. They speak French.
No, it's not. But going crepes to waffles is not the same thing.
They eat French fries.
Ma'am.
And it is the same thing. They speak French.
We're talking international here, okay? We're not talking about the cuisine in Duval.
Okay, Scott, get off. We need Scott Robertson. Where is he? He's European. Get Scott Robertson on this podcast. We're going to ask him. I'm going to make a post about it. Scott Robertson. Are Belgians and French the same people?
Isn't he Scottish?
Yeah, which is pretty much the same as English. The UK.
But he lives in the UK.
That's just Scotland. Scotland is the UK. Potato.
Potato, tomato.
Potato, tomato.
All right, let's do it. We're live on Relevant.
All right, cool. Let's get this ball rolling. Hi, relevant people. Hello, WDVL. I'm gonna put my hater blockers on, so maybe if I wear these the whole time, my computer won't crash. Let's get this ball rolling.
Every time you wear those glasses, the computer crashes. So maybe you should just take them off at this point.
You're not one of those we can see these. Like,
no, we
and
saw when you were completely still when the other stream cut off.
That's why? Because you were talking about he who should not be named, or who should not be named, and you keep bringing her up every podcast.
You look like this.
she said, it's like when you're trying to wink at somebody but you're drunk. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing with your face, but can you stop?
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get this going. Hello, everybody.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go for it. My dog is being unruly. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Barbine, right? Barbine.
Barbine.
Here we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle podcast. My name is Samantha Wernett. Joining us this evening for the Titans, we actually have a commentator. Everybody, round of applause before I introduce him. Golf clap, golf clap.
Okay. Yeah, keep it quiet.
Representing the Titans, we have Scott Barbine.
Hello, hello. It's good to finally make it here.
You did it. Good to
I
finally
did.
have a real life mayo eater instead of a pretend one. It's great.
Just a small layer. That's all you need.
Oh, what are you? Are you a Miracle Whip person?
I'm a Dukes person.
Oh, Dukes. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Is
And
that a Southern thing?
I think so. I learned about it when I moved south. So yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's mayonnaise. What?
oh well, representing the Texans, the Texans, we have Matt Briggs.
Don't you ever, and I mean ever, what's that evil on me, Ricky Bobby? You hear me? Here, a big finger to Bud Adams. You know what's one. He's number one.
The Texans. Representing the Colts, we have Chris Jackson.
I'm just here so I don't get fined and yelled at by Sam later on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Representing the Jaguars, we have Matthew Grieve.
Duval.
I love it
Oh my
every
gosh.
time. It's like when Whitney Houston hits a note, like those higher octaves.
Don't do that. Don't do
It's
that.
just as beautiful. It's just
Don't
as
do that.
beautiful.
So pretty, so pretty.
And I prepared like her, right? Didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Too soon? Too soon?
Sir, it's always too soon for that one.
Well, never mind. We'll move on from that one. I was gonna
Save
say,
that for Bieber.
I was gonna say only because it keeps happening to our kids. But anyway, moving on.
Oh God,
damn.
that's even worse. You can't. Oh, we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, cool.
That's gonna be the one.
Oh, good segue. Speaking of canceled, Chris Jackson, how's your quarterback situation?
Hey, in a lighter note, way better than your defensive situation. So I mean, we're pretty much good on that one. But actually, Carson is. They've had news back and forth. It's now reported that there's a possibility that he'll be ready for week 1 or possibly even before that. They said that there was no extra structural damage, so he looks like he's gonna be pretty good to go, barring any setbacks. Let's please all cross our fingers. And
Can I tell you a story?
Go for it.
It sounds very similar to that. Recently, we have this bridge in Jacksonville. It's called the Buckman Bridge. It's 3 miles long, and recently they teeth on the joints of the bridge at the very top started separating, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, we don't know how long this is going to take to fix. It could be days or hours." So what they did is they band-aided it by putting steel and then asphalt over it, and that's kind of sounds like your quarterback's foot. And it's only a matter of time before it completely breaks.
That sounds fantastic, but the only difference between Carson Wentz and the Buckman Bridge is that Carson Wentz isn't mending his foot with meth. So, as far as that goes, I don't think that there actually is going to be an issue regarding that. Like I said, there's
Did they bring like a doctor or a specialist on glass? Like, how did they do that? Did they heat up the glass real hot?
No, yeah, they just compared him to Mr. Glass.
You'll see some slightly burnt glass and some spoons next to the bridge, and this guy next to it saying it's just like it looks like it's pretty much good. Now where's my $30? And then you're good to go from there.
Is that the doctor that they had look at his foot? Because they've been talking about this for a while. That you guys are injury prone. Did you think it was going to be your quarterback?
First
That you
off,
love so much.
Before this even happened, I said I don't even want Carson Wentz because there's no guarantee that he's ever going to be healthy. And then here we are after we get Carson Wentz, and there's no guarantee that he's actually going to be completely healthy.
Can we talk about the even better part of the Colts right now that I think is absolutely adorable?
What would that be?
Nick Foles pretty much begging to get on the team.
Nah. I mean, he had a lot of great things to say. He's always been a high road type of guy, so we'll take that for what it is. But you
Okay.
know what? You're not gonna sit here and just sully these things, okay? Let's go ahead and just get to the more important stuff, like Darius Leonard getting signed long term, ma'am. Okay,
Okay,
getting
go
signed
ahead.
long term,
Mm-hmm.
5 years, $98.5 million, locked in. I think I want to say 52.5 guaranteed. Might be a little bit more than that. So that's our right tackle and our star linebacker locked in. Quentin Nelson's extension is coming next year, and it's only proper for the best inside linebacker in the league.
So are you gonna have defense go out there and play the whole game, or
I mean,
are
probably
you
the same way.
just gonna avoid all the questions about the offense and?
No, no, not at all. There's no Carson Wentz is the biggest question when it comes to the offense. I mean, at this point, what other question is there about the offense other than the fact that Carson Wentz needs to see if he's going to be there week one? If not, then I mean, it's up to Ellinger or Eason. But I highly doubt that they're even going to put that much pressure on them when we actually do have a rushing attack that can move the ball. I mean,
If you have a left tackle and a left guard, which they're hurt too. So
Quentin Nelson will be back week one. Left tackle, but that'll probably be Will Holden because Sam Tevi has been absolute garbage. Like he couldn't block you coming off the edge. So
that's why
yeah, so that's just not gonna happen. So it's gonna be Will Holden out there because like I said, I knew that Sam Tevi was going to be somebody that wasn't going to be a long term, like he wasn't going to be a starter, like he was going to come in for depth. But at this point, you might as well just duct tape a bunch of paper towel rolls together and put him at left tackle if you're going to have Sam Tevi out there, because dude is trash. Like he's just hot garbage. So yeah, put Holden out there until Fisher's ready, and then that's fine. Let's do that.
So
It,
what happens with your quarterback situation though at this point? Because it's been very back and forth. Are you just
so
gonna bank on him being back and just trust it, or do you think that you guys need backup?
Well, I mean, at this point, Reich has always been, and I mean, he's always been the type where he's not just going to just throw somebody to the wolves. So if it looks like this injury is going to be any longer than maybe a week or two or anything along those lines, then I mean it's going to be Easton or Ellinger. Now, from what I've seen in camp, Easton is okay, but Ellinger has actually been playing very, very well. So I mean, don't be surprised if in week one Easton's not doing too well. Ellinger is the one that's going to be getting the start moving forward if he does good enough. I mean, Wentz, I didn't like the move because of what comes with Carson Wentz. If he had just had a bad year last year, I'm fine with that. But it's the fact that he was injured prior to that and he keeps getting injured. And then we come into camp and there's another injury. And not only that, but the thing is, you're paying him and you gave up draft capital to go after him, knowing he was an injury risk.
Our favorite Titans commentator, John Hall, just left a comment for us. He said, "Trade for Minshew?" Question mark. Now, before you answer that, I want to make you laugh because I actually did see a Jags writer write a thing about possible landing spots, and one of them being the Colts and how we could trade Minshew for DeForest Buckner. And don't worry, I laughed also. But go ahead.
Listen, I saw that and I really, really just want it to be week one already because these people are just bored at this point. Like they're bored out their freaking minds. If you can sit on your phone, laptop, whatever it may be, and actually sit there and say, you know what? Let me just jokingly say Minshew for Buckner. Like listen. There's certain things I'm not gonna say. I don't know if this is a family podcast, but your
You know
mother's
better.
an
Come on now.
okay, well then you know what? Then fine. It's just like if you can sit there and say Minshew for Buckner, your mom's a hoe. Like I just that's just how I feel about it. Like you like don't
Hey, breaking news: the sports writer was Nick Fuentes.
oh well now it makes sense. Did his mother turn the Wi-Fi back onto the basement? Because if so, I absolutely 100% believe that it was Nick Fuentes.
Oh my goodness. Well, anything else coming out of training camp you want to comment on, Chris?
Other than the fact that I would like Sam Tevi gone sooner rather than later. Defense is trending up. Like I said, Big Q's going to be back. Carson Wentz they're basically just reporting on a day-to-day basis. I think they said they're going to evaluate him again tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, get Sam Tevi the fuck out of there.
All right. Well, Scott, Titans, this actually just got sent over from Harish. I guess AJ Brown 6 minutes ago got very upset on Twitter. So I want to read that. I want to read this to you. Paul Karski, which I guess would be a beat writer, tweeted out 11 hours ago, Josh Reynolds does not look explosive to me, #Titans. So AJ Brown quote tweeted it and said, I'm gonna read it just as he tweeted it, okay? I'm gonna say this as nice as I can. Space ... Oh, that's when you know it's serious, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for your fucking opinion.
Oh.
He's probably working through something like everyone else is in camp. I'll probably get in trouble for this, but I don't even care. Need to learn some respect fast with 3 apostrophes.
Ooh.
Or 3 exclamation points. My bad. I'm getting my stuff
Grammar.
mixed up. Getting my grammar. That's that country grammar. But anyways, AJ Brown is mad. And rightly
Yeah.
so, because like Chris just said, we need it to be football already because these people are bored.
Yeah. Paul Kaharski is not the most popular Titans writer among anybody, so that doesn't really surprise me.
So is
He's
he
a
like
hot,
the John Haw of writers?
Yeah, he's a hot take guy. You know? Yeah. But no, I think most fans probably they feel the same sentiment, you know, just Paul Kaharski could just go away.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Also, if Josh Reynolds is struggling in camp, that's okay. We have AJ Brown and Julio Jones. So
Yeah. I mean, that's cool that he I appreciate when players go to bat for their teammates. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
good for him. You know?
The game that Mariota got benched, AJ Brown came over to him in tears, like saying, "I let you down." That's just the kind of guy AJ Brown is, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Well, coming out of camp, what do you got for us?
Well, we got some hurt guys coming back. Bud Dupree, he's off the PUP list. Caleb Farley, he made his debut. He did get in trouble today. That's okay. Taylor Lewan, he made his debut today on 11 on 11s. So a lot of core players are starting to make their way back. Still kind of waiting on Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, Julio Jones a little bit, but yeah, it looks like a lot of the defensive rotation is starting to take shape.
Derrick Henry is out because his back's hurting.
He's still tired from those 500 yards he ran against y'all last year, so
Dang.
he's
Well,
Yeah.
when he runs 300 times a season, you need to get 500 yards.
hey. But yeah, it's a lot of guys we're looking to step up. Seem to be. They didn't really have a nose tackle, but Tier Tart kind of like rebuilt his whole body, and he looks like he's manning that nose tackle spot. There's been a lot of buzz with Danico Autry next to Jeff Simmons, so that's what we're excited about. The defense has kind of been winning every day. Again, the offense is kind of a skeleton crew right now, but the defense has been the standout so far. And then the Colts, old scrub, Marcus Johnson, he's been standing out every single day. So add to that wide receiver depth.
Good luck with that.
We got some comments back to Karski. He's the Skip Bayless of Titans writers. Titans fans love Paul Karski. And then someone else said, Paul Karski once upon a time was an AFC South writer. So
Yeah, he was with ESPN for a bit.
everybody's leaving ESPN.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not paying anybody.
They can pay me.
They can only afford Stephen A. Smith, and like they can give Max Kellerman like 3 pieces of gum and like $5, and he's fine with that.
Anything else to add from the Titans? I'm trying to find this Ian Rappaport tweet right now. Go ahead.
No, I mean, as far as that, it's just getting everybody healthy. They brought in another kicker a few days ago. Day 2 of camp, the kicking game was already
So,
an issue. So
Did he come from FedEx, UPS, Amazon?
He was from
but-
Amazon. If he's
Amazon, all right.
Amazon, there you go. Ah,
No, I think it was even better than that. What's that one that's like the China one? DHL?
DHL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it
DHL
came from.
Express. I'm not, I'm not. Sam, you better not. Listen. We're usually this close. I see it on your face. I think, don't you dare, mother.
No comment.
Um,
Go ahead.
But yeah, funny enough, the kicker they brought in, Sam Ficken, he's from Penn State. I'm a Penn State fan. Went there. I have hated him since college. So, again, we're coming full circle. A kicker that stressed me out 10 years ago, get him again. So,
So it is FedEx all over again, huh?
Yep.
Well, this is the thing. I know this is not AFC South related, but did you guys see Michael Thomas's tweet earlier?
Yeah.
I guess this goes back to the everybody's bored. You saw it already. He posted something that women would post, in Comic Sans font. It's like they tried to damage your reputation. You saved theirs by not telling your side of the story.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those things with the Marilyn Monroe background, the picture right in the back. It's just come on, it's just sir, just say you want to leave, just don't.
I mean, it's the same thing. And then of course, what's right under it? Jalen Ramsey tweeted, "I trust God, and that's it."
And armored trucks.
So next up on the tweet deck, John McClane. You want to talk about this one, Matt Briggs?
John McClane is like the Paul
Watson will
Kersey.
never play another down for the Texans.
Yeah, John McClane is like the Paul Kersey.
he's been going off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he.
dumpster
Yeah.
fire. Yeah. I mean, who knows? There's reports saying that he's staying. There's reports saying he's being traded. Just
He
like
was there today.
for half the practice, and then he had a massage appointment and he had to leave.
Well, I mean, you got to stay fresh somehow.
There is good news about the quarterback situation. They said there's been a lot of hype, but the only thing is, it's been after practice. It's from a ninth grader. Pep Hamilton's son has been slinging the ball like nobody's business, and I guess he's getting a lot of looks from Alabama and stuff. That's pretty terrible. One, the quarterback coach son is the best quarterback on the But yeah, the song was there. A lot of people's been hating on Driscoll and Mills, how terrible he's been. But I've read and seen Watson hasn't been great either. I guess that hammy needs to be worked out a little bit better. He's just not making the throws.
Time out. I'm gonna have to edit this, but somebody's got feedback. I don't know who it is.
Is it me? Is it better? Hello.
It's like,
It's like a chirping, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I hear that too.
I don't hear it now.
I think it's you.
No. I muted mine in the middle. All right, we're good though. Keep going, Matt.
But yeah, the Deshaun Watson not looking good. He needs to get the AMI tweaked out again. Make it 23 cases. But the good spot is the defense. They're saying Lonnie Johnson looks light out. Justin Reed looks really good. But the biggest standout is Nico Collins. They're saying that they're looking a lot like the next year first round ballot Hall of Famer Andre Johnson. So hopefully that stands. I'm just ready for this Deshaun Watson drama to be over with. So
How's JJ Watt look with the Cardinals?
he's injured actually. He's actually hurt.
What, like his feelings?
No, like JJ Watt's actually hurt. Like he's
Yeah.
not practicing in Arizona.
Like his
He's
feelings
on
are
the
hurt?
pup list. Yeah. So not shy though.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean,
Yeah.
we know you're a Cardinals fan now, low-key, so I just wanted to see.
Look, I rep my D-Hop till the day he dies or retires because of COVID.
Yeah, which might happen. That very well could happen. All right, Matt, you got any updates for us from Jaguars camp?
Yeah, for sure. I'll preface it with this that it is only training camp, and all the good news is you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt because the same people are hitting each other every day, and we really won't know what they're really going to be putting out on the field until we go up against some real competition. So with that being said, there's been a lot of positive news.
You mean the
coming out of
Jaguars offense playing the Jaguars defense would make the Jaguars offense look better? That's so surprising.
Yes, yes. But on the flip side, some of our defense has actually been making some really good plays. It's interesting that the first week the offense was shown out, just making the defense look silly. But again, the first week they don't have pads on. The defense can't really play up on the offense. And then when they put the pads on, our cornerbacks were actually showing out up against Trevor Lawrence, and he actually had a pretty rough 2 first days with pads, throwing a couple picks. But he settled that down this week and showed us again that why he's the number 1 overall pick and generational. And I think they're already putting his name in Canton. So we'll see.
I saw something beautiful this weekend.
Would it happen to be a Florida Gator catching a ball from a tiger?
Yes. No, not
was that?
not a
No,
tiger.
no.
No, not a tiger. A
Or the
bulldog.
Huskies?
Huskies?
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack? Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, it was pretty. So, shout out to Bobby Bowden, by the way, too. We did not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bobby Bowden. That was
Hell of a coach. Hell of
yeah.
a person.
I mean, growing up watching college football, even being a Gators fan, Bobby Bowden was like the college coach,
Yeah.
So that was super sad to hear that. And Urban Meyer went to the scrimmage on Sunday, the Jaguars scrimmage, which was not a freaking scrimmage, by the way. No one was wearing pads,
Yeah.
and all they did
The real
was practice
scrimmage was
plays.
Saturday. The real scrimmage was Saturday.
But they announced it that it was going to be Sunday.
Yeah. But I guess Saturday was the more realistic. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they didn't do that. So they said that they were going to show it, which I thought it was stupid to show it. Why would you show your plays? But it was nice to get out there and watch it, and it was really hot. It was
Yeah,
very
Saturday was interesting. From all the reports I've heard from the reporters that are there every day, they were saying after the weekend, Saturday was the day to be there to see the actual team drills out there versus Sunday. I think part of it is Coach Meyer really wants to keep stuff secret. For instance, like Sunday, I think they said they didn't televise the team drills because they don't want the other teams to get a
Right. Well,
Yeah.
so that was the thing. They announced it like they were going to televise it, and then everyone got mad. But the whole time I'm thinking, why the hell would you televise that?
yeah.
I did think it was cool because they're talking about the whole Urban Meyer bringing the culture to Jacksonville stuff, and he did have the quarterbacks out there signing footballs, throwing them into the stands and stuff, which you never
cool.
see that before. But anyway, go ahead.
And then some news about our wide receivers. They're doing really well. That's probably going to be one of our strongest cores right there. Marvin Jones took a couple days off, personal days, I'd assume, just because he's a veteran, you kind of get that advantage, which was really nice because Colin Johnson, the second-year receiver out of Texas, Harish, I'm sure is a fanboy of him. He had a pretty rough first week and a half, but with Marvin Jones out, Colin Johnson was able to get some more reps with the first team, and he's really stepped up his game and is really fighting for a spot on the team. I assume he'll make the final roster anyways, but he was kind of teetering on the edge with his underperforming in training camp. Our tight end room is still super interesting. The fact that we have a quarterback that is still one of our stellar tight ends is not surprising. I told everybody at the beginning, if you really knew our tight end room, you knew that I had a shot at making a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's true. I
So
think
anybody-
Jackson did too.
Yeah,
My 8-year-old son.
The fact that Tim Tebow's doing well, it's not hard to to outshine, a burnt out light, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
There's just it's horrible.
ESPN made a bold prediction that he's going to make the 53-man roster. How do you feel about
Of
that?
course he is.
I wouldn't be
Of course
surprised.
he is.
And everyone always talks. They're like, well, he's Urban Meyer brought him to be this hoorah guy to motivate everybody. I'll tell you this:
He did.
none of the veterans are they don't respect him, because how it works in the NFL is what are you doing on the field? What have you done for me lately? We're not going to listen to a word you have to say unless your performance is saying that you're a leader. And that's how it works in the NFL. Shout out on the field, and then we'll listen to the locker room. So he's trying his best. They had Minshew doing first team reps on Saturday, which was interesting. Urban Meyer still wants to make it seem like there's a competition, but we all know that Trevor Lawrence is going to be starting. They're saying the ball just comes out of his hands so much more different than Minshew. I'm a big fan of Minshew, but if you watch some of the passes comparing to each other, Trevor Lawrence just gets the ball to the receivers just a few milliseconds quicker, and that makes a big difference when you're going up against elite defenders in the NFL. So they're saying it's a competition, but it's really not. And then one more thing.
oh, go ahead.
I'll just say one more thing. Elephant in the room, CJ Henderson.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of, I was going to say segue from the Saints earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints are a team who are searching for a cornerback, and they happen to have a disgruntled wide receiver. So I don't know what might happen there, but CJ Henderson's been.
The only issue I think with that, and it's not like common knowledge. So it's something that I've heard, and it's not my business to put it out there, especially like on a platform like this. But I hear that there's a lot more to it than just like he doesn't want to play here or whatever. And this has been talked about for a long time. There's like a lot of stuff going on with him, very personal stuff. So who knows if he even wants to play in the league anymore. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Hate to hear it.
They're saying like if you look at him, if you look at most pictures of him, photographs of him in the NFL or even in college, he's never really smiling. If you look at him on draft night, you're the 9th overall pick. You're about to make a crap ton of money. You could literally do nothing for the next 4 years, and you're guaranteed tens of millions of dollars. You think he'd be smiling, but he wasn't smiling draft night. And he's really good at what he does, and he showed that last year. But they're saying just the passion may not be there.
I know he graduated from UF with an education degree, and he just kind of was like, maybe I'll just teach.
Yeah.
Some people don't want the fame and the fortune. Some people don't.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not even just like about the passion. Like they're saying he probably doesn't even like playing football, but he's just been blessed with these skills that'll make him tens of millions of dollars. And he's kind of coming to, and again, this is all assumptions, that he's kind of coming to the conclusion that, holy crap, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I'd rather go do something that'll bring me joy. So we'll see where that goes. Coach Meyer had to actually go to his house to get him to come out to the stadium.
It's very commendable of him. Like most people, he would just do it to chase the money. I mean, if you are willing to give up millions of dollars to be happy, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
He wouldn't be the first one. There's been a lot of guys who've just done that, but then they realized there was a lot more that went into it. It's not just the practice and then the game day. It's the media appearances. It's the obligations. It's just like when you sign a contract, you're not just signing like tens of millions. You're basically signing over all your time as well. So that also factors into it, because there's some people who just basically get sick of just having to do everything outside of actually playing football, and some people just aren't built for that.
Well, and it was like Rashad Jennings said on that one episode, there's a difference between NFL players and pro football players. Pro football players, they go in, they get their money, they set their family up, they go on to do other things. NFL players are the ones that you hear about that are in the news. They're talking all the crap. There's a difference. I never thought about it like that.
You got to put in the factor of health-wise. I mean, who was that 49ers linebacker like 8 years ago? He was the runner-up defensive rookie of the year, and he retired the next year because
Patrick Willis.
No, it wasn't Patrick Willis.
Was it Bowman?
No. But he retired because he didn't want to go crazy with the CTE. So
Yeah.
there's just a lot of factors.
I forgot the name. Okay.
I
Chris-
applaud him for it. I mean, if you can't do it, best time to tell it now.
Chris Borland.
Yeah, there
Borland,
you go.
okay, yeah.
Borland.
Yeah. Well, CJ Henderson out there listening, we got your backs. Even the Titans fan. Right, Scott?
We got you, man. We got you.
That's right. Well, do you guys have anything else to add before we sign off this evening?
Yes.
Well, I do want to say something about the Jaguars.
Everybody calm down.
Yes.
I want to say this about the Jaguars. Everybody's talking about whether or not Urban Meyer can, do the same thing he did in college. Look, if a guy can take a preacher, a murderer, and a racist and take him to the national championship and win, he can do something in the NFL, okay? Leave the guy alone.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And then turn the preacher into a tight end? Come on.
Hey,
Come on.
hey,
That's
listen.
the Lord's tight end right there.
Listen, Bill Belichick tried to do the same thing, and he didn't listen to him. So,
Right.
go ahead, Chris. What do you have to say?
Yeah, and let's not skip over one of the biggest events over the weekend, the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes. Let's go smoke joints in the parking lot. Caught him on the high mic saying that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, listen. Let's just do it, okay? Listen, you've done more than enough in your career to go ahead and deserve to do that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We
Take him out of the
we
Hall
all
of
know
Fame?
who said it. We all know who said it.
I just
It was
love the
Jim
way
Irsay.
I love the way he said it too. He's like, "Let's go smoke joints in the parking lot."
Yeah. Listen.
And Jim Irsay, we're lucky to him say, "Let's go do a line of cocaine in the bathroom." Like, I mean,
well. First off, there's no way in hell that he would do that without there being a guitar and some blue hair wax somewhere. Because we know it's just like if you're Jim Irsay, you're either going all the way or not at all. So
Listen,
yeah,
I
let's
want to
just get that out
mention
the way
something
now.
about the Hall of Fame. As much crap as the Jaguars got for those color rush uniforms, those gold jackets look pretty freaking similar. I'm just saying.
Doesn't
Gold
make it good.
jackets the gold jackets were around before the Jaguars.
But it
uniforms,
doesn't
man.
matter. It doesn't matter. It just hit me this weekend. Like, that is the same exact color.
No, not really. Yours is like more of a gray poupon mustard yellow.
So is that.
No, it's not. That one is more
What?
golden.
Listen,
Yours-
you got a little bit of spice in you because you just saw that Peyton Manning bust with the big old forehead, and you're all salty
Hey,
about
listen.
it.
It's out there in 4K. Okay, his forehead is the only thing that's been 4K before 4K became 4K. So I don't want to hear any of that. Like that doesn't even matter.
No, that's
okay.
that's 5G.
Listen.
Look,
You can.
the highlight of this weekend was Edrin James and Irsay riding in caddy, throwing out $100 bills to fans, just like this, letting it rain. That was the highlight.
Listen,
of
that
the
was
weekend.
listen. Everything with Edgerrin James, and this is what you expect from a guy like Edgerrin James, because I mean he's very, very true to himself. He was a beast on the field, but I mean he's a guy who literally, and he said it himself, he looked the part, but he never acted the part. You know, it's just like it was the guy with the dreads, the gold teeth, but never went to prison, never was in trouble for pretty much anything. And I mean it's just like he he lived the life of a career. Like you could say it's just like he kind of ushered in the era. Without him, you don't have people like a Chris Johnson, running with like the gold. I think he had like a gold teeth, like a mouthpiece or whatever it was. Like you don't see that without somebody like Edgerrin James. Like he was a trendsetter in that case. And then Peyton Manning is just like he gives big head people hope everywhere. Like it's just like
He gives me hope for sure.
Especially Sam apparently. So I mean, in terms of that, it's just like it was great to see. But I mean, him, Calvin Johnson, a big theme was mental health, which was a big thing. Making sure to stay on top.
Y'all did see that he kind of hint that he's gonna run for NFL commissioner, huh? Yeah. I got my vote.
Listen,
Anything better than Roger Goodell.
he needs to. Only people that would boo him would probably be Titan fans.
So
Probably.
y'all did see who's on the list for next year, right? You got Robert Mathis and Andre Johnson. So do we see?
Oh, my best friend.
Do you see
My best friend,
AFC
Robert
South player
Mathis.
You see an AFC South player being inducted next year, or no?
He should
Tony
be.
Baselli. Tony Baselli. This is his
I think
year.
Andre makes it first round ballot.
I think Mathis makes it. I think Mathis goes.
I think Mathis does. I don't know if Johnson gets first ballot, but he'll make it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think
I
Mathis.
think he makes it because he shares a record with Jerry Rice. He beat down Cortland Finnegan, and he did all this. with
That
no
alone.
quarterback.
That
No
alone.
quarterback.
But no, I think Robert Mathis. I think he still holds the record for career forced fumbles by one player.
He does.
So I mean, it's just like
And he also still holds the record of telling Sam to sit down with her 30 followers. So.
Yes, Robert Mathis, if you're listening, I have a few more followers now, sir. And I've been tweeting back at him since that because he said, you think them boys down on whatever street give a crap about some long-haired white boy, something, I don't remember. But he was like talking bad about Trevor Lawrence. And I want to make a bet with Robert Mathis really bad. Like really
There you
bad.
go.
Like I'll shave my head or something.
Like,
I don't care.
Wait, shave your
like
head
what we're
for
doing
what
with
is
Pat
the bet?
McAfee. Just
Huh?
tweet him every day.
I have tweeted him a couple times. I don't care enough to tweet him every day. I'm just saying.
He's just gonna block you.
I'm just saying, like, he doesn't ever respond to people, but I don't even remember what I said to him. I said something. It set him off. He got really upset. Something about, oh yeah, thanks for that. Something about the Colts being the only team the Jaguars beat. And he was like, go sit down with your 30, whatever, 40, however many I had followers.
I remember that tweet. I was like, this is poetic justice.
And then Yannick blocked you too. So I mean, you're just
No, Robert Mathis hasn't blocked me. Yannick did block me.
Yannick. Yeah, Yannick blocked.
Yeah,
you.
he did block me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're just pissing people left and right off. Where'd they go, Sam?
Oops. Well, Yannick said something about moving on or something, and I said and on and on and on because he's been on 4 teams in the last year and a half. So, oops. Anyway, do you guys have anything else to add besides me pissing off random football players on Twitter?
No, we could stay there for a while because you're pretty good at it.
I don't know how. I don't do anything wrong, guys. Yannick went and deleted blocked a bunch of Jags fans though. He's like super salty, like, man, why'd I do that? I think he's like really upset that he did.
He's not. He's like, if y'all don't leave me alone, like, he's like, yo, like I've been going.
He lost out on so much money because he's being prideful.
Yep, money.
So much money.
Yep, and he's not even with the team. Like I would have understood if he went to the Ravens and stayed there because that's where he's from. But even they were like, nah, we're good. You know?
Yeah.
Who's
Poor
he
guy.
playing now with the Raiders, right?
Raiders, yeah. He
Yeah,
went from us to the Vikings, from the Vikings to the Ravens, and then from the Ravens to the Raiders.
So we went to like bad to worse. All right, cool.
Yep. So, well, preseason starts next week. Saturday, Jaguars are playing the Browns. Yeah. We shall see what happens.
Hey, by the way, in the chat, Donnie Stingley said, "Oh, got the big Barbino tonight, tooting up."
Tootin'.
All right. All right.
Tootin' up. Tootin' up, not tighten up.
Tune up, baby.
I think
Hey,
Donnie
you got-
Stingley's been drinking those Mayo beers tonight.
Yeah, I was saying,
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
sundowning.
Yeah, he's-
the nursing
watched-
home slipped him a couple beers, so he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's washing down his medication with PBRs. Like, you can't do that. Like, it's just
What
so
is
bad.
going?
Like,
What is going on in the chat tonight too? Harish
Harish is-
Nukala, what is the difference between 2 dicks and a joke? You can't take a joke. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
I told you.
Wow. And
Donnie's on one.
I can't. Well, I didn't even see who wrote it because I'm on the chat side of the
It was,
production,
it was
and
Donnie.
it says Facebook user. Oh man, yep, them damn Mayo beers done got him this evening. He's probably sitting in his truck drinking them right now.
Somebody laced my mayonnaise with warm mayonnaise.
This is that Duke's beer. It was fermented in the oaks.
They make beer and mayonnaise only.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we saw that Jaguars whiskey that's apparently made with the water from the hot tubs in the stadium. So, yeah, you enjoy that.
Who was that one guy that always
High
posted
ammonia
pictures?
content.
Who's that one guy that was always posting pictures in the hot tub?
Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis
Yeah.
Landry.
Jarvis.
Whoopi.
I don't know if that's Jarvis Landry.
That's not Jarvis
Not
Landry.
Landry. What's his?
I was about to say,
You're about to get blocked again by Jarvis Landry.
how dare you?
like first off, ma'am. Okay, Jarvis has issues of his own, and now you're gonna put him in a hot tub in a random stadium. Like,
Listen. Okay. My bad. It's been a rough week. Kids start school tomorrow. If your kids start school tomorrow, congratulations.
That's almost bad as the little Nas X comment.
I mean, no, that was nothing. Nothing will ever be as bad as that. Nothing will ever be as bad as that. But
yeah.
anyway. Well, guys,
That's
if you
fine.
haven't,
Your luck has been pretty bad ever since then. Maybe you need to repent for that comment.
I have plenty of times, and I've paid back for it. Which things are I've been, you know what I'm trying to say.
The chopping block doesn't count.
No. I mean, like, it's come back on me, and with things that you know about in pre-production that we will not say on air. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
It's come back to haunt me. But anyway.
The boogers.
Yeah, something similar. Anyways, guys, this is where we're at in football season. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. So we're talking about boogers and jokes and dicks and mayo beer. And hopefully by next week, we'll have some good premium content for you because we've got preseason coming up. Make sure you guys listen in on the podcast Wednesday mornings, of course, on all major platforms. And Matt, go ahead and tell them about our new network.
So September 1st is dropping. It's called the Pigskin Podcast Network. There was a Maze Media Labs. They also have the Hockey Podcast Network and the basketball. So they have success. Just wait to see new things. Don't forget our contest we're having too soon. About YouTube.
Oh, go ahead, Matt. Tell them about that.
Well, I guess since you're dropping the ball, man,
I have no idea about it. Go ahead.
just like me. So, if you subscribe to our podcast, you enter a chance of winning a jersey of your choice, except for Titans. We're not getting you Titans jersey. We're giving you the Oilers because that's the only one that matters. Because
Hey, that's about it, baby.
Bud Adams. All right. A big fuck you to Bud Adams. So, yeah. Subscribe and you might be able to win a Oilers jersey.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Well, guys, we thank you for tuning in this evening, and we hope that you join us next week. Make sure to catch the action on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, AFC South Fan Battle podcast page, and also join our group. It's about to get popping now that we are getting into the football season.
Just hit 2K today, too.
Yeah, we just hit 3K, back up from 10K that we had before, but Facebook took us down. It's a private group. You'll have to answer some questions to join, but it's AFC South Fan Battle on Facebook. Like us, join, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Did you say poppin'?
Pop it.
Bye.
Is this